Mainstream news now overnight with me, Rupali, coming up on the Showtime Access is the list of 10 terrorists involved in the Mumbai attack. Who they are and how they work, we'll let you know in just a moment. But first, he is the only terrorist who has survived after wreaking havoc in Mumbai for 62 long hours. And now Times now has access to the confession of arrested terrorist Ajmal Kasab. Kasab had initially pleaded for his life, confessing to the doctors who treated him that he did not want to die. But then he broke down, telling the Mumbai police that he feared for his life and his family's future. He also feared the wrath of the organization that trained him, the Lashkar-e-Toiba. He has confessed to the Mumbai police that he was forced to head to Mumbai to carry out the carnage there. He was also sure that his family will be well taken care of by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. But his most shocking confession is that all the 10 terrorists plan to return to Pakistan after successfully carrying out the attack. In fact, talking about his past, Kasab also said that he belongs to a poor family and barely managed to get educated. His family could afford to send him only to madrasas, where his outlook, he says, changed. And the way he saw the world also changed. In fact, he said that he imbibed hatred propagated by these religious schools against other religions. Kasab also goes on to confess that all the 10 terrorists received training together and excelled in different tasks that was handed over to them. He reveals the names of the terrorists who trained alongside him and then said that they all would be partners in the same crime, that is to terrorize Mumbai. He then reveals their names as Abu Akasha, Abu Umar, Bara Abdul Rahman, Abu Ali, Chota Abdul Rahman, Afadullah Shoaib and Omar. All of them, he says, were divided into 5 groups of 2 each, and each group never met each other after they landed on Indian soil. But coming up on news now overnight, Barack Obama says India has the right to self-defense. We bring you that comment by the U.S. President-elect in just a moment. Because the Indian Coast Guard has intercepted a suspicious-looking Pakistani trawler off the Gujarat coast. The trawler with 7 Pakistanis on board was intercepted off the Kurai Creek in the disputed marshlands of the Run of Kutch in Gujarat. The suspicious-looking trawler was seized at Kurai near the creek, a narrow strip of water which has been a bone of contention between India and Pakistan for long. The seized trawler was in fact in Indian waters 50 nautical miles from the Indian side of the international maritime borderline. The trawler is now being escorted to Gujarat, where the men aboard will be interrogated. And you have heard the confessions of Ajmal Kasab. Now see in this exclusive CCTV footage the full extent of the horrors that he unleashed inside CST station in Mumbai on the 26th of November.
These pictures are not from an ordinary day. This is exclusive footage from a closed-circuit camera when terror halted CST in its tracks on November 26th. These visuals were recorded shortly after Ajmal Kasab and Abu Ismail opened indiscriminate fire on the platform, sending hundreds of people running for cover. This, according to Ajmal Kasab's interrogation, was the diversionary tactic to allow the others in their gang to storm the Taj and the Trident Oberoi. 2 policemen on duty are seen hiding behind a wall, hesitatingly trying to take aim. But the terrorists, aware that the police is not well armed, literally mocking at the poor security, walking about casually, opening fire at will. Ajmal Kasab, one of the 2 men who unleashed this horror at CST, is now under arrest. But the carnage they unleashed snuffed out 56 lives. With Devesh and Suresh Sahil in Mumbai, Pearl Mystery Times Now.
And Times Now has exclusively accessed visuals of the search operation launched by the Coast Guard to hunt down the trawler that brought the terrorists to Mumbai, while showing you visuals from the 27th of November at around 4:30 p.m. forces of the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard launched a patrolling drive in the Arabian Sea to find more. An Indian Coast Guard Chetak helicopter doing the round spotted a deserted fishing trawler 10 to 12 nautical miles of Mumbai. This trawler was the Kuber, drifting directionlessly and devoid of any apparent crew. It immediately raised eyebrows and the chopper reported this back to the base. Immediately the Coast Guard ship Sankalp left the naval dockyard in the city for the location. The Chetak then guided Sankalp to the Kuber. By the time the Coast Guard personnel would land, it was late evening. Well, the footage we have shows the personnel stumbling upon items used by terrorists like blankets and vessels. The footage also reveals how the ICG men stumbled upon the dead body of the sailor as well. Ultimately, by 10:30 p.m., Kuber was seated into Sasoon dock by Sankalp and then handed over to the Mumbai crime branch.